So yeah, this is for my Canadian business law class, and this is my hazard for home. So when you walk in, there's the hazard is basically there's cords running across. There's two cords, and that's definitely a hazard. And this is just me to just make sure that you know that I'm not like faking it or taking it from online. This is myself. So yeah, these cords are definitely a potential hazard and can definitely cause an issue. It's basically, yeah, it's a common area. It's from the kitchen to like the living room, right? There's one over there, and especially this can be a hazard. Like you can trip, cause you can hit your face on the couch, like you can trip, or if you trip over there, you can hit your on like the what's it called, the chair, or if you walk from this way, you can like trip and hit your head on the like right there, the countertop, which is bad, right? That can be a hazard. And especially if it's like it gets darker, it's getting darker right now. You can definitely not be able to see it. So uh, people that could be at risk is definitely like guests, people who come over who are not familiar with the place. Children, right? Children's easily they don't like they walk around, they aimlessly have a lot of energy. They can easily trip, or even elderly people do not have good vision. They can easily trip, not, and definitely has have a bigger accident, which maybe they cannot recover from. So yeah, bruises, like you can get concussions, head injuries, and also like there's a worse damage if, like, for example, if the laptop, if like the cord gets snapped, if you trip, maybe you can hurt the laptop itself. So like stuff like that can be a problem as well. And the person who's definitely responsible for the hazard is definitely the homeowner or the person who actually did it, like who actually placed, like who put the laptop here, right? So it probably would be me, right? I would be the one in charge of the hazard if someone got hurt. And if I got hurt, I don't think it would be my own fault, right? So that's that. Hi, so yeah, I just changed to over here because I didn't want to stand the whole time, and I wanted to be talking on the camera instead of just looking at the cord the whole time. But yeah, you do see the hazard still over there, and yeah, for the part, how are they at fault? The homeowner, sorry, is at fault because they failed to properly secure the the cord, sorry, creating an unsafe environment for the guest, and they did not take reasonable steps to prevent a foreseeable tripping hazard, right? It's not foreseeable, it could happen. The cord is still there, right? They didn't secure it, so they're at fault. They're supposed to maybe when they're done working or in that area, they unplug the cord and put it somewhere else, right? So they stuff like that they need to do, or cord covers, things like that, or rearrange furniture. So like if you like if it, like I'm not saying if you trip, but maybe if you trip by accident, you don't hit yourself on the counter like I said before, or the chair or the sofa, right? Or you have like warning signs if it gets dark, just say, oh, just let them know warning signs. Oh, there, you could trip, right? So you need to have those preventions, right? But definitely the main is for sure is to unplug it and put it somewhere else for sure. You might forget, but if there's guests, you can definitely trip on that, especially when it gets dark as well. And the possible defense is contributory negligence. I stutter a bit, so I might not have said that right. But yeah, the injured person may have been responsible if they were not paying attention. Like you could easily be just walking around on your phone and like not paying attention and boom, you can just trip like that, right? Especially when it's dark, like I said. If the hazard was obvious, like if that happened, if they're on their phone, they could be responsible. If the hazard is obvious, right, and avoidable, but they still like they could have stepped around it. You can't step around it, and but like if it's dark and like if you can't step around it and then you still trip, you could be responsible for that. If they're had reckless behavior, if they're like drunk, or if they're under the influence of drugs and they trip on it, then they'll be responsible. So stuff like that. Uh, yeah, if the homeowner, if they go to court and if the injured person is responsible for it, or partially, right, the you might not get fined or the liability may be reduced, I think. Not entirely sure, but yeah, but that's the hazard I chose for today, and yeah, I hope you
enjoyed. Have a great day.